Hey guys, welcome back to DayZ Standalone. The last time you guys saw me playing this, we were heading on top of Devil's Castle, ready to take on the airfield. But updates came out and we ended up spawning back and restarting at the beach. But now I'm gathering materials, supplies, and gonna head back to Devil's Castle so we continue on our journey. But I thought, while I went over there, headed on the way, I tell you guys a story. A survival story. About a man and a bear. In 1823, a small group set out on an expedition up the Missouri River. The group was led by Andrew Henry. One of the men in the group was Hugh Glass. While scouting ahead, he came across a grizzly bear that was walking with her two cubs. Before he had a chance to react, the bear was already charging at him. He lifted his rifle, but the bear struck him, knocking him to the ground, and the rifle flew out of his hands. He pulled out his knife and started wrestling the bear. He was stabbing the bear while he was getting clawed and bitten. After a while, he killed the bear and laid on the ground in a bloody mess and body mangled. The rest of the party finally got to him as his body was underneath the bear. They removed the bear, uncovering his body, still clinging to life. His leg was broken, scalp was almost torn away, and his rib bones on his back were exposed as the flesh was ripped away. The party had to continue on, so Henry asked for volunteers to stay with Glass until he was dead and give him a proper burial. 2 men, John Fitzgerald and Jim Bridger, volunteered. As the party left, the 2 men began digging a grave. 3 days passed, and Glass was still breathing. The 2 men started to panic, because they thought that the hostile Indians would soon come. They put Glass in his grave, covered him with the bear skin, and buried him alive under dirt and leaves, leaving him to die. The 2 men gathered all of Glass's stuff and left. After a while, Glass regained full consciousness and dug himself out of the grave. He was alone and mangled. He knew he needed to get help to survive, but the closest help was at Fort Kiowa, which was 200 miles away. Glass began dragging his lifeless body towards Fort Kiowa. He would go in and out of consciousness, feeding on berries and roots, and drinking water whenever he came across a stream. He came across a fallen tree that was rotting away. He laid his exposed back on the tree so that the maggots could eat away at the layers of dead skin, helping him fight off infection and gangrene. At one point, as he was crawling, he saw a pack of wolves eating a buffalo. He waited for them to move on. Once they had gone on their way, he dragged himself over and feasted on the raw meat of the buffalo that the wolves had left. It took him 2 months to drag himself to the Cheyenne River, where he was able to build himself a raft that carried him downstream and the rest of the way to Fort Kiowa and to his survival. Now you guys know the story of Hugh Glass. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Been wanting to do a survival story series since I don't know if any of you watch Frankie, but he does war stories, and I watched those and I loved them, and I think it would be exciting if I started, since all I do is play survival games, doing like a survival story. This was my first one. You guys can leave it down in the comment section. What you guys think, if I should do more. If you guys have any, also if you have any ideas of any other survivalist stories that you guys know about, and I'll go look them up, and then I'll do episodes on them. Because I don't know, I really like listening to like history and reading different events that happen, especially when they're true, because it's crazy hearing all these things. Like, for a man to like fight off a bear with just his hands and a knife, and then drag himself 200 miles, that's It's crazy. It's insane. And just listening to the story, I've heard it before, and then I've read it a couple times, and also this would be just the perfect story to start out with, because it doesn't get any more survival than that. It's pretty awesome. So I definitely want to keep doing more of these. I know this one wasn't that long. I just wanted to, I didn't want to do a long episode and, drag it on. I just wanted to give you guys a story and see what you guys thought, get you interested if you wanted to see more or not. So just let me know, hit that like button and we'll see what happens. Because I enjoy reading and doing all the research about this. It's really fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be playing some more DayZ Standalone now. Now that I actually got some good equipment. So we'll head on to Devil's Castle. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.